Have you been listening to this stuff in Ferguson, Missouri? Have you? The news has been.
Well, they finally came out and said that there was evidence that Brown charged the officer and beat his face in.
His occipital bone was crushed.
This would have been nice information to have about a week ago.
I don't understand why they haven't done a blood test on that guy, on the dead man, to see if he had PCP or some other kind of hallucinogenic material. Because he acted like somebody who was crazy.
I believe that they did show that he had been smoking pot.
Well, pot wouldn't make you do the stuff he did. It had to be something worse than that. But in any event, he charges the officer, and for somehow they make this big racial case, and Eric Holder goes down and said, "You don't understand what it's like to be a black man, and I was pulled over by the cops years ago when my vehicle was searched." Okay, the big, great 6'5" giant charges this little cop and beats the daylights out of him, and the cop is in fear of his life. Now, he shot him too many times, no question. One or two would have probably deterred him, and that was bad, but nevertheless, police can use deadly force to keep from being killed.
And nice to have a stun gun in a situation like that, too.
Much better. But in any of this, there's some error. But to have the national thing, and of course, you know, the friendly preacher of Tawana Brawley comes in, and he makes a statement, and everybody makes a statement, and all these activists come in from California and New York. It's an outrage. And then the Russians come in and say, "Well, you see, you've got your own problems. How dare you preach to us?" It just looks bad. But if we'd just gotten the facts earlier, I can't understand why they withheld this stuff. This big guy robs a convenience store, pushes the clerk to one side, goes marching down the street, blocking traffic, and the cop tries to stop him, and then they say, well, the cop didn't know he'd done something in the convenience store. Now it says, yes, he did know. And, you know, the whole thing, well, why didn't they get the facts out?
I know. I was same thought last night. Why? That was criminal in itself, withholding that information.
And this stuff perhaps would have been avoided, but now, oh man. But Eric Holder, grandstanding, I'm going to stand up for the oppressed. I mean, did the big guy beat the cop up? And if he did, the cop had a right to stop him. But the question is, you're right, he should have had a stun gun, but maybe they didn't issue stun guns to them. That would have stopped him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sad to see it, but this era of racial tension, and it's been a hot summer.